Hey everyone, this is Dr. Neil Schwartz. Today I'd like to introduce to you the first robotic healthcare practice. To enter the acne practice and the acne bootcamp program that I've created, you can follow the Get Started Here tab, and it'll teach you how to choose a kit and then get started in the program. We'll mail you out your kit, and then once it arrives, you'll come and begin the program here online. Let me show you how that happens. After your starter kit arrives in the mail, go to acnepractice.com and then go to this link right here. It says Go to Dashboard. When you click this link, you'll end up where we are now, where it says Enter your activation number. Your activation number is within your Acne Bootcamp starter kit. You'll put it in here and then you'll continue. After hitting continue, you'll first see this disclaimer page where I'll explain the relationship that we have online here. You'll come down here, and after understanding and agreeing to the client-practitioner relationship we are creating, you'll check these boxes one by one after reading them, and we'll move to the next page. When you hit continue, you'll make it to your dashboard page, and we'll get to all these details later, but for now, let's get started in the Acne Bootcamp program. It says your next bootcamp session is now ready, and since we are just beginning the program, we'll begin the getting started process of Acne Bootcamp. There's introduction videos. I have it all muted right now, and I'll just click through to give you an idea of what's coming. We talk a lot about the emotional relationship. After the videos play, there will oftentimes be tests to make sure everyone is learning at the same rate. We'll be talking about wellness, now, it says here, do you promise to log in every single day to track your progress and concerns? There's only one button here, and you promise to move forward. We talk about how to exit the program when you're doing great. We talk about trying to keep your cool in the program so you can stay focused on the details. In general, Day 1 of Acne Bootcamp typically takes an hour to an hour and a half of work to get everything organized for your bootcamp program. We'll go through the manual. At the end of Day 1 of Acne Bootcamp, you'll move on to Acne Analytics here. So here's the Acne Analytics page where you'll take photos of yourself, self-evaluate them, and then send me the results of your evaluation. Here are the photo tips that you can work on. You upload a photo here, and you can upload more than one photo into the same session. So you'll have different tabs if you have different photos right up here. Then you'll mark your analytics session, as we always do here in the practice. And you'll mark every single tiny bump, especially these tiny little pearly pinhead ones. And then when you're done, you'll submit and continue, and you'll get to this page that says everything is completed. That Acne Analytics session will be sent to me and my staff, and we'll make sure there's both focus and accuracy of the marks to make sure that you have started your boot camp correctly. So after your Day 1 of Acne Bootcamp is completed, we'll have a countdown to the next day's lessons. In the meantime, you'll start using your products exactly the way you had just learned in today's lesson. Now that you've done your Day 1 of Acne Bootcamp, let's take a look around the dashboard. Here you can put your image in, whatever you need. Here's that little wellness quiz we took before, and if you want, you can edit that at any time here. Then we have the participation meter. It says days missed 0 because Day 1 we just completed, and you'll see over here in the 24-hour tracking section, we have a big blue check, getting started completed today. Over here we have previously viewed videos, and all those videos we saw in the Getting Started section will be able to be reviewed at will. Down here, we have this large question mark is for other concerns. So this section is for all other questions that are not necessarily related to your progress. And that's just curiosities, old versus new bumps, dark marks, 3D scars, food and acne, stress and acne, scabs versus dry skin, it might be any better or worse, razor bumps, other side questions essentially. And you'll notice that box went gray once you're in there, and you can get out of there by hitting that gray box again. And we're back here to the dashboard with a countdown. Now, here's something that's cool. We have Acne Analytics we did our bump count. I did it really quickly, and this number can go all the way up to as many bumps as you have. It could be 1,000, but you'll see I have this A, bump count of 20, sitting right here, and then it's going to start to draw our graph as we do our next session. I'll show you that. Over here, this button is to get us into another session of Acne Analytics. Anytime you're concerned, it's a good idea to do an Acne Analytics session and see how you're doing, see if you're getting better or worse. Over here, we have a Share Your Success page where you'll be able to email me photos and videos of your successful story and your testimonial if you'd like to help others. This button is sitting right here. And down here, especially in the hybrid version, in this first beta version of the robot, you have the option to email me at any time. Now, the idea of the robot in its first hybrid version here is to use the bootcamp as much as possible and to address questions in here and in the other concerns. And when you're dissatisfied or there seems to be a lapse, then you come down here and email me, and we'll try to see what percent of questions can be handled by the hybrid robot. In the future, I'll be adding more and more lessons by video and adding new aspects to the dashboard that make it more user-friendly and give you more tools to navigate around so you can find that satisfaction just using the computer system. But it'll be an evolving process, and we'll do it over the next several years to perfect it eventually. Here's the refill button to get refills for any product you need in your starter kit. You only need to buy one starter kit per member. The rest is refills, and they're much less expensive. Okay, so after your timer counts down, you're going to see this screen. Your next bootcamp session is now ready. Hit continue, and it specifically asks you every day, do you have any concerns? This is the most important question, and we ask it every day. It's day 2 now, and you say yes. It says, please perform Acne Analytics when concerned. So I give 2 options here. Go to Acne Analytics, which is what we're going to do, so I can show you the graph below. Or it says, I know I need to, but I don't have time. Now, I gave this as an option because I do want you to participate every day, but I also want you to know that Acne Analytics is key. If you hit this button 3 days in a row while still concerned, the robot will eventually lock you out until you do an Acne Analytics session. Today we're going to do it because I want to show you something. And we're going to same thing, you upload. Okay, now in real life you'll spend the time to do this accurately, but right now we're using the same photo and we're just demonstrating. Alright, so check this out. Now we have yesterday bump count was 20, and today the bump count was 16, and then it'll start to draw your line. And of course you'll be able to play with this line through time, through days, weeks, months, and you'll be able to see whether your bump count is dropping visually by this very thick blue line. So we're concerned today. We did our analytics and says, what are your concerns? I'm oily, I'm dry, not oily or dry, still bumpy, oily here, dry there, flaky on top, oily underneath, or other concerns. Let's say it's day 2 and we're dry. The dry number 1 video will come up. We'll discuss dryness as lesson 1. You can take notes here if you'd like. Say, I learned about dryness, etc. And you can also tag the video if you really learned something good that day. You can tag it and write notes and save the notes, and that'll be there for you when you come back. Now, let's say you learn everything, you continue, and again, we're going to test you on the concepts of the dry video, and to move forward, you have to get them all correct. So after you get done your quiz, you'll get to this page right here. If you get one wrong, we'll have to redo the lesson the next day and make sure you get 100% on your quizzes so that we know that every detail is being learned. Here it says, please incorporate this new lesson, and you can rewatch your last video. There's your note that you put there. I learned about dryness, etc. You had tagged it. And there's the other concerns. That's what we showed you before. And here's continue. And again, that was day 2. We have a countdown to the next session. We will see you here tomorrow. Here's your counter. And when the countdown timer hits 0, you'll be ready for the next session. And so that is how we do Acne Bootcamp robotically now, where every day you come in, you're asked if you're concerned. And if you are concerned, you ask what's concerning you, and then you address it with a lesson and then a quiz, and then you incorporate that lesson at home. And then if you're still having trouble the next day, you'll come in and you'll address those concerns. If not concerned the next day, you'll say, when it says, are you concerned, you'll say no, and if you do that for 7 days in a row, you'll be able to successfully exit boot camp as a success. And if you'd like to share your story with others who are still suffering, that would be great. Notice here on our 24-hour tracking, we did the get started here this day, and then the next day we did the dryness 1. Now, if for any reason you don't participate, the robot will know, and it'll all be in your 24-hour tracking. Every login you have, every video you do, and every quiz you take is being logged in and tracked in your dashboard. So if you don't participate for a day, you miss a day, you're away from your computer, you're still having concerns, you're not addressing them, it will all be here for you to see whether you're participating well or you're participating poorly, and you can restart and learn from your mistakes as you go along. It'll be blatant with these big checks or big X's as you go. I'll show you what happens when you miss a day. So if you do miss a day, it'll say, attention bootcamp member, your daily participation in bootcamp is being monitored. Yesterday was missed and noted on your participation history. Continue. And then you'll see here 24-hour tracking shows no participation. And you can see it here as well as the X. So every bit of participation is monitored. And thus we have the first robotic healthcare practice using my original concept of feedback medicine, where every day is tracked for improvement and every day is tracked for participation. It's the same thing I've been doing in the office for years now. It's the same thing I was doing with email in the home version, and now we have the first virtual interactive program that is done through this robot. I hope this new technology helps you, and I hope you can feel my passion, as I have always felt the system of medicine and wellness in regards to acne has been broken, and my intention is to correct this injustice. I'll be here if you need. Talk to you soon.